Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kinich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on?
This has never happened before.
La Arconte.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon?
Okay.
Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
Necesito el Arconte de Fuego.
It's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the Wyab interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
That's not like her at all!
No! She's been waiting for this moment for too long.
Sí me escucho.
No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me. I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further questions, let's part for now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
De acuerdo.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan.
Okay.
She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
the Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful, is it?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the Sacred Flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a different story. Your sense of self will be devoured until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you still choose to go?
Okay.
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if you're going, Traveler, Paimon's going too.
Citlali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs, but that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are important things to be done.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But Don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it. And once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
Qué buen fondo de pantalla.
You mean?
Yes. Come with me.
Bueno, entonces comenzamos por la misión, que la verdad no sé qué hacer.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name-bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wayab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
Qué buena espada.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis, but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared, we're done for.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Sitlali. She should know.
Of course. I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to...
Yes, but fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. I'm on really...
Ok, vamos para allá arriba. Por acá caminamos y podemos volar.
That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Waina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Rescue her? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so—
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Wyna, how do we use the stone?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts. And the ancient name used, in that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
Good luck. I hope everything goes well.
Está arriba.
Someone admiring the scenery from... Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Kill us.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible? No, if you really think about it, any...
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name...
Your friend? Oh, why not?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into...
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Since you're...
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at this? I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an... Once the connection is established, the...
Wow, you got...
I just picked up. I'll go find an open...
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need...
Wait, are you saying you're going to...
By creating something
Oh, I see.
Right. I need one... No, 2 chunks. Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. What?
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Hang on, Kachina.
Yeah.
Hello. Do you have any
hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see.
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive?
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to...
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything...
I know, it's just... Kachina always cared...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3. Here you go. By the way, how's he doing?
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing. Well, Melko was an 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant, but on the eve of...
Then what happened?
The team agreed that Vichama didn't argue. It's just... Melko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. I've tried convincing him to move forward, to stop dwelling on the past. The abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. Anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could help him talk things through sometime.
Vamos de regreso entonces.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
No. Rayos.
Yeah. Yeah. Skyward. Scatter.
Okay. Ahí.
Yeah. Skyward. Scatter. Yeah.
Ay, si llegas o no. De haberse estado allá. Uy, creo que no voy a llegar.
Whoa! I can join the team?
Sí, había usado esto. ¿Y ahora para dónde?
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. So, as agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor. Go ahead. Yes. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I've always blamed myself for what...
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes...
There might not be much hope. All right, let's get to it. I'll... Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone...
Look at that golden thing! It must be one of those fragments Chama mentioned. Let's get closer!
me queda demasiado fácil.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! Watch out!
Coming at you! Attack! That's the way. Drilling down! Watch out! Hiya!
Shine down!
A proper send-down from Messina with love. Coming at ya!
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
¿Cuántos más? ¿Uno más o dos más?
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is...
The Abyss is corroding his body! Vichama, you can't keep going, you'll die!
I should have died 5 years. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Ooh, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
Han comido.
This power...
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find him? Why?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold.
In that case, we have no choice. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? You look like
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not every...
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name back from the... and now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over...
Huh? What's that?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. Pisak! Always had it. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us. was.
Was that a memory?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, but it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end.
Bichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wyna wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night King. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friends, but I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most... If I could do it all over again, I would have followed that way, even if the outcome stayed the same. There are critical junctures in life. That's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find her, and I...
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a port... Thanks to him, though. Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so... and apologize for destroying the spirit...
Koichi, are you really gonna just stay?
I think you know exactly.
Honestly, it's just one thing. They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Ha! Don't play dumb with your own sister. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society...
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now, it sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk...
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't... Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a...
All right, it's just the two of us.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have...
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then...
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger. But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4,
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held...
You bought off Uncle Wyna, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done?
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you...
This is important. If you were in my shoes...
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
Oh, you... What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and...
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... you need to know something.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their moral.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go?
Then support me.
So, that...
You two are
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing. It's not my place to...
Thank you.
Anytime. According to Kini.
If only Tone Gift...
It might be in a few more people.
Huh? I see. Still, Lale's going to be in... Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
Nada de drogas.
We're back! We found...
Well, it's fairly...
The Fatui again? We can't go...
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your...
That's why it has to be our... Look, I wish I could... Still.
I can also step in on the pyro.
There's no need to be so modest.
Archon,
You have nothing to be so... Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's...
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Wow. It looks like there are...
I suppose you could think of... And physical... Now, if you're curious...
Alright, well... There are so many...
No. The Yamaya isn't... The tools you see... The contents of the...
Ooh, must...
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although... The powder still needs some time to settle. Well...
Yeah! Does every...
That's right. They demonstrate
the shape...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change that. But there's also a
what?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back exactly, take out a portion of that. The future is the same way. Of course, there are... Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often, Well, the pilgrimage, only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed, that's correct, namely a frame by holding the pilgrim. In addition, the sacred...
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little Saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so... Paimon was having a hard time. It really doesn't look like there was anything...
A little late for that question.
Sorry, Paimon's so...
No matter what others... Becoming the Archon, my father made the most delicious stew. So my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't... My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going... I still remember the way they laid there, sulking.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family as the Archon?
Well, what happened after?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and... Anyway, that's enough about me. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you. All you need to do is stay...
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way.
You're always like this. I don't know what lie. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you. And you'll get all the applause and recognition you'd...
I'm really scared. Everything's so dark and still. I don't want you to put yourselves in danger.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now. Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time and...
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to...
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from Eon-san. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't...
I hope not.
Hay drogas.
Perhaps we could take a walk by a riverbank or somewhere similarly fluvial.
So we're underneath...
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced... Humans only established their own society.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived, and these ruins have been...
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be up.
Why are you all...
It's the pre-adventure...
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We...
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Everyone thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natland's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
You know, Ian-san, Paimon feels like the two of us might not see eye to eye. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Coming at ya! Ha
Teamwork is dreamwork!
A proper send-off from the Stina Wikla. Now you shall perish!
Be sanctified.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Settle down.
Watch out! Hey there! Attack!
Let the mighty be humble. Silence.
Shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Hey there! Proper send-off! From the speak, feeling lucky?
Right.
Watch out! Where'd that come from?
No.
The tides beckon.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Torn to oblivion! Attack! Hey there! Hey there! Hey there! This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance to
Yes. There's something in...
We actually have to go in? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't... Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is... It looks so... That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachini.
From this point forward, everything we know about...
Paimon's more worried about how we're
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Well, just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to...
That's it? Right.
So that means all we need to do is find...
Exactly. This light is streaming in...
The terrain... Yeah, these floating...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. It's like it was... I'm sorry I can only appear...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. But we had to destroy...
Of course. Under the power of the... Turns out even our...
Whether in triumph...
Exactly. That... You're looking for a young... I'd like to help her. Be careful. This...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go on. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
With rocks. Hey there!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no...
Oh, Paimon can't
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon like...
I heard it too.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
Esto se va a poner feo.
We're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go!
Hey there! Fire! Well, with coming at you. Ha-ha! Ha! Yeah!
Be sanctified.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. The YUP's power helps keep me hidden.
Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I have a I can't exactly...
That was the Pyro Arconte.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles, representing... You can think of them like... There are countless proxies, but if a proxy were to become severe...
Judging by the current
Still, we can't...
I agree. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration.
Kachina? What?
Nothing. Just... Maybe we really should... No, I'm just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. You don't have anything to...
All right.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I don't have much time left. If you're anything... So go. Achieve your goal. And return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
No.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. YUP! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. YUP, can you hear?
So we were right. The contamination is already... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way. He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated
defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate... No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. I thought this naive little girl was That is the tragedy of your short lives. Ancient names, pride. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals that... Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm...
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down, the power lies not in the... but in our commitment to uphold...
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but
there aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
From the ash...
Check this out! Best of luck!
That's what he gets for underestimating Mute.
Fantastic work, Kachina. This makes me so unbelievably happy.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring...
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said, it took years. The Pyro Arc, only then. Tupac.
I've heard that name.
Since you were under the name, as long as blood still runs, its blaze will become one with, even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
So many... So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you...
500 years ago, they foresaw the very Christ...
We can go over the details once we get back. I know bits and pieces, but...
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explain...
Okay, that should be in...
I hear your voice.
Great. Well, I was going to ask why you... I'll keep searching within myself.
You are already...
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue.
Thank you, Wyatt.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wyatt, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
Facilito.
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Come on, faster!
We'll never make it!
Eso es todo.
You've done well. Now come home.
The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archons...
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always...
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make...
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of...
Thank goodness you made it. Take a seat, everybody. All right. That's... I have to say, though...
He always has been special like that.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely...
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation...
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed... Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the
Mualani told us...
500 years ago. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused, and still, this is but a superficial victory. The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the... But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wyatt nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeat. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories...
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense!
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. A god can extend a human's life by using a... But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like... A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. Only by dying before my time could I...
So, in other words, this is your...
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons, that the goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyatt would select the Chosen would then stand by my side and...
So that means...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom...
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyatt were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been full. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of...
Exactly. It's just another tactic. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient... So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather...
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value...
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items, over time they became imbued with it on their own. Each item's power. By burning those items, I was able to activate the content. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power...
But weren't they all...
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter...
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my and then it would only be a... Besides, if they knew those items helped save the present...
Even when you put it...
The people and the events of the past... If you still have regrets, your deeds will become new...
Well, we...
Now that Kachina has... And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Try not to let it get to you. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided. The Abyss is a cunning enemy. One that my rage will never know But you came to me because you knew you could I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. Well, oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory, and those who grew alongside Sun, and with those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. It's not that I don't want to...
Ah, well, you...
She didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked?
Maybe it seemed unreasonable. Her impulse to
So, what you're saying is...
Okay, so, anyway, I'm...
What? Do you really...
No way. Chaska, I appreciate the Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind... In the end, it's all the...
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a...
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your
I had no choice. My friend invited me.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured when he insisted on repaying the favor. What was I supposed to do? I'm just one person.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started...
I'm really sorry, Kachina.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through.
So, what about you guys?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition.
Serves you.
All right. There's no need to be... Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friend. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even... And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dion-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them.
Well said!
Excelente.
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't...
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years, Natlan will be destroyed. It seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without, or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt...
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room.
Yes, it was. So when you asked me, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with the... She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the... Still, it was an impressive... You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of This is a war. And there can be no war without loss. The people of Natlan look to me as their arc...
Yeah, doesn't that mean the...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our... This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is if you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support and
Ancient names can be full.
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation, possessing an ancient name, would mean that your adventures in Natlan are... The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for...
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander.
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness. As for you, I must confess...
No matter how dense the fog, you don't have much time.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you heard something from here.
Y terminamos la misión del Arconte.